Ever wonder what's really going on when AI generates text? Like what's happening inside its brain?
It's pretty wild, actually.
Well, today we're going to try to get to the bottom of it.
We are.
Specifically, this new approach called Quiet Star that's supposed to make AI think before it speaks.
Yeah, that's kind of the next big thing, getting beyond just recognizing patterns.
Right.
It's about teaching AI to reason through problems more like we do.
So no more AI writing a story just one word after the other without any plan.
Exactly. It's got to make sense, right?
Okay, so to explain this whole thing, our source uses the example sentence, "Why is the sky blue?"
Right.
So let's start there. How would a typical AI, like the ones we have now, how would it process that sentence?
Okay, so imagine the AI like it breaks that sentence down into itsy-bitsy pieces. Each word, maybe even parts of words. These are called tokens, like the building blocks of language.
Okay, so each word in "Why is the sky blue?" Those are all tokens. Got it. Then what?
Then it's like it turns each of those tokens into a code.
A code.
Yeah, numerical code. So instead of like WHY, it sees, some numbers, and those represent the meaning. It's how the AI makes sense of it all.
So it's not really reading and understanding like we do. It's more like...
It's math.
Yeah.
AI is really good at math.
So this whole tokenization thing, that's been a big deal for AI, hasn't it?
Huge. Translation, text generation's all built on that. But, and this is a big but, it's limited.
How so?
Well, think of it like writing a novel, but you're only allowed to focus on the very next word.
Yeah.
No plot, no plan, just word after word. You might string some sentences together.
It's not going to be very good.
It's not going to be Tolstoy.
Definitely not.
And that's the problem Quiet Star is trying to solve. Bringing like a thought process to AI.
Oh, okay. So how does it do that? How do you teach an AI to, quote unquote, think before speaking?
All right, so picture this.
Okay.
Instead of just rushing to answer, Quiet Star lets the AI generate like multiple thought sequences at the same time.
Hold on. So it's not just one thought process, but it's got multiple things going on at the same time.
Yeah, parallel processing. It's having a debate with itself, basically.
Wow. Okay, so then what?
Well, and that has to make sense of it all, right? So it looks at these different thought sequences.
Just judging itself.
Figures out which ones are the most logical, which ones actually contribute to a good answer.
So it's like it's brainstorming, and then it picks the best ideas from the brainstorming session.
You got it. And that's where reinforcement learning comes in. It's like we give it a gold star for every good step and a little nudge when it goes off track.
So it learns to think better over time.
Exactly. Practice makes perfect, even for AI.
So the AI is like actually developing its own logic skills. That's kind of scary, but also really cool.
Yeah, it's definitely a big step, no doubt. And it gets even more interesting.
More. Okay, you just have to top that last part.
Okay, well, this whole process, right? Generating those thoughts and then fine-tuning them, it leads to what we call chain of thought reasoning.
Chain of thought. Okay, I'm going to need you to break that down for me.
So imagine, what if you could peek inside the AI's brain, right?
Okay.
And you could see how it's actually making decisions.
Like a thought double.
Kinda. With chain of thought reasoning, we can see those steps, like literally see the connections it made to get to the answer.
Oh, so it's not just giving us the answer, it's showing its work.
Exactly. And that's huge because...
Then you know it's not just a fluke.
Yeah. And you can see if it really gets it,
That is really cool.
It's way more than just getting the right answer. It's understanding why that's the right answer.
Right.
And because it's looking at things from different angles, right? Like we were talking about.
Right.
It's less likely to just spit out something random or incoherent.
Okay. Yeah, I've definitely run into that with those AI assistants.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's like talking to a brick wall.
Totally.
Yeah.
But with Quiet Star, it's like because it's had time to think things through, it can handle those curveballs.
Like a real conversation.
Exactly. And that's going to be so important moving forward. But it gets even bigger than just, better chatbots.
Okay. Bigger how? What else can it do?
I mean, think about it. What if we had AI that could actually help scientists?
Like actually contribute to research and stuff.
Not just crunch numbers, but really understand them, find patterns, even come up with hypotheses.
Wow. That's getting really close to, real intelligence.
And that's just the beginning, right? Better chatbots, more accurate translations, that's cool and all. But this could change how we do, like, everything.
I know. It's crazy how fast this is all happening. Every time I think I'm starting to understand AI, there's a new breakthrough. And
it's a whole new world.
Totally. But, and I guess this is the big question, are we sure we're ready for this? I mean, AI that can actually think for itself.
It's definitely something to think about. Even with all this fancy reasoning, it's still a tool at the end of the day, right?
Right.
It's how we use it.
Right.
We have to be smart about it.
Yeah. Now super intelligent AI taking over the world, right?
Right. Let's hope not.
Okay, on that note, listeners, we want to hear from you. What do you think about all this? Is Quiet Star the future, or is it something to be wary of? Hit us up on social media. Let's get this conversation going. And as always, thanks for joining us for this deep dive.